This is what one day of laundry looks like for our family of 10. With 8 kids, laundry isn't something I catch up on, it's something I manage every single day. I'll also show you our teen room. And we pulled up the carpet in the boys' room and found these beautiful hardwood floors underneath. Welcome back to the Mama Simply channel. I'm Amber, a mom of 8 kids, and I share with you what our life is like as a family of 10. So we had several days of what we call fake spring in Indiana. The weather was absolutely gorgeous. The sun came out and we had a couple days over 60 degrees. On this particular day, it got up to 64 and it was just so wonderful to be able to go outside, and the kids were just running around barefoot and some of them were in shorts and t-shirts, and I was able to open up the windows and it just felt so good to be outside and looking forward to spring, and the kids got a lot of their energy out. And in true Indiana fashion, we are back to snow this morning. When I looked out, it's cold and we are really in winter. So we are ready for spring here. All right, and so now I'm going to show you how I'm going to tackle this huge mountain of laundry. I got really behind on the laundry the last few days, so we're going to start sorting this, and I'm going to show you my laundry system and how I'm going to get all this laundry put away and sorted and organized. On the average day, I'm running multiple loads from morning until evening. And if I skip a day, it shows very, very quickly. So I'm going to show you how I do my laundry systems and how we are going to tackle this huge mountain. So over the years, I've learned the simpler the system is, the more likely it is actually to work. With this many people, laundry isn't about perfection. It's all about keeping things moving. So I actually don't really sort out laundry. I just throw everything in terms of darks and jeans. All of that goes into a pile. And then I have the whites that get bleached. Usually that's towels, sheets, things like that, and things that need a little bit more attention. But that is really my only system that I use. And in a week, we go through a lot of clothes. The kids have their clothes that they wear on a daily basis, play clothes. When we have sports, they have sports gear, pajamas, towels, sheets, and bedding. It all adds up really, really fast. And with boys, especially, there are always those extra muddy, extra dirty loads. And some days it really feels like the laundry just multiplies overnight. So each morning I collect all of the dirty laundry from the evening before, and I start my washer, and I usually do about 2 to 3 loads a day. And once everything is all sorted, I just keep those machines running throughout the day. And so my goal is to always have one load washing and one load drying. If I stay consistent, the piles stay manageable. If I let it build up like I did this week because we were outside a great deal, it becomes a mountain pretty quickly. And then I'm really looking forward to spring and the summertime. I'll be able to hang my laundry out and just get those linens and sheets really fresh. But for right now, this is what we're sticking with. One thing that really helps me keep up is giving everyone their own laundry basket. When the laundry is finished, it goes straight into their basket, so it's easy for them to take to their room. And I don't really fold or anything like that. I just simply sort, and each person's item has their name written on it in permanent ink. So that way they know that that's their item and it can go in the right basket. And every basket has a person's name on it. It's simple systems like this that save a lot of time and a lot of confusion. Laundry is one of those things that is never fully finished. And just when I think I'm caught up, someone changes clothes, a towel gets used, or sports gear comes home. And in a big family, the goal isn't done, the goal is steady. So the sorting into the laundry basket is where the real time adds up. So as soon as the dryer finishes, I try to get it out and sort it into the pile. And the longer it sits, it gets wrinkly and just becomes a giant mountain to deal with later. And honestly, the couch is probably where most of our laundry gets sorted. And as the kids get older, everyone helps more. Even small things, carrying baskets, putting their clothing away, it makes a big difference. It also helps them learn responsibility and be part of how our home runs. Managing laundry for a big family can feel overwhelming at times, but it's also one of those quiet reminders of a full house. All these little shirts and socks and towels, they represent busy days, growing kids, and a home that's very much lived in. I've learned that big family life isn't about keeping everything perfect. It's about rhythms, routines, and giving yourself grace on the days when things don't get all done. For the socks just go into a basket themselves, and then it's one child's job to sort them and put them together again. So that's how I manage the socks. Once the last loads are moving and the baskets are stacked up, it's time to turn my attention to the next thing that's happening around the house. And in our old farmhouse, there's always another project. So this is the teen boy. You walked with me through turning this from a pink room into a blue room. And we recently finished updating our teen boys room. And like most teen spaces, it's already very well lived in. So I have learned that a clean room isn't always the goal. A room that is used, comfortable, and full of life, that's what matters. So you'll have to excuse the mess, but I wanted to show you how this room turned out. I love the blue color, and I wanted to show you these headboards that I found. I actually found these on Facebook Marketplace and I got them for free. They have a little cubby in each of them so the boys can put some of their favorite items in there. And then we bought the boys new mattresses and new pillows. So they are all set to go. I really am eyeing those nice comforters all in one zipper beds from Betty. That might help them make their beds, but probably not. And Noah has a matching headboard as well. So that is his half of the room. And then I took the boys to Hobby Lobby and they each picked out a picture to go above their bed. And I found, I'll show you Jack's picture a little bit better here. That's what he picked out. And then Noah picked out a fighter jet. So we got those and the lamp for $40. So that was a great deal. And then um, my husband found this desk. One of the companies that he visited was throwing it out and they told him that he could have it. And it's a nice sturdy desk for the boys to do their hobbies on. And we're going to install shelves, and Noah's got his desk and his shelf and everything set up the way he wanted it. And I wanted to show you these curtains. The boys don't really care for the butterflies, but Jack absolutely loves birds. And then I had this chair out in the garage that I found. And so I pulled that out and gave them that. And then I got this rug at Costco. I actually wish I had gotten a larger size rug, but it works really well here and it's really soft. And honestly, between everything that they have covering it, you can't see the rug as well as you would like anyhow. So it probably doesn't matter. And then my husband worked really hard on this closet. He put the trim back in, and it's nice and roomy. And he hung up this rod there and installed the shelves for the boys to put some more of their models and things like that. And it is a really small closet. And then behind the door, there is another section, and I've got them these little cubes. And then I'm hoping they will put some of their things in here on the shelves and back behind there, so that way the room will be a little bit more clean and less of a fall hazard. And then Jack has like his baseball trophies and his Timothy Award there. So they've each picked out a shelf to put their special things on that they want to store and keep up out of the little kids' hands. And then that back wall, we're going to put a bookcase and some shelves. So it's a work in progress, but I'm so happy with how it turned out. With one room finished, we are already moving on to the next. This is the boys' room that we are working on now. The carpet has definitely seen better days, and in an old farmhouse, you never really know what you'll find underneath. Projects like these are messy and a little unpredictable, but they are part of making this old house work for our big family. And this time, it was worth it. These beautiful wood floors hiding under years of old carpet. Sometimes these old houses just surprise you in the best of ways. And I'm so excited. These floors are just absolutely beautiful. And I hate carpet. I absolutely hate it. And you can see as we're pulling it up, there's just all this dirt underneath. And yes, just so much dirt. And the dust was flying so much. Um, we opened up all the windows, but just the floors are just absolutely gorgeous. So, my question is for you, what would you do with these floors? I painted the floors in the boys' room and I really liked how it turned out, but those floors weren't quite as nice as this. They had a lot of damage to them and a lot more imperfections that I feel like the paint really took care of. And you can see the different tones on this floor, especially as they get this pulled up. You can see the different tones. It looks like there might have been a rug here at one time in the middle of the floor, and then there's an area that looks like they stained it, and then unfortunately around the edges they did spray paint at some point when they did the walls. So you can see it a little bit better here. Along the edge there's that white paint all around the room, but you can see the three different colors there, the tones, and they're just so beautiful. So my question is, what would you do with this room? Should we restore the floors? I'm leaning towards maybe doing a stain on the floors, and this is the closet. Or should we paint the floors? And remember, these are going to be a boy's room. And I'm going to leave the blue paint on, and this is after we got everything all swept up and clean, and it just is so gorgeous. I'm so excited for this room. It's so just the sun coming in so light, and you can see in the center of the floor just this beautiful color and just this beautiful stain on the floor too. So I'm really, really torn about what I want to do with this room. So tell me in the comments, what do you think we should do with this room? I would love to hear. Between the laundry and the projects and the everyday mess, life is full here. It's busy, it's imperfect, but it's a good kind of full. Next Sunday, I'll be sharing our March grocery haul and how I meal plan for our family of 10. If you enjoy big family life, simple systems, and real life farmhouse living, I'd love for you to come back and join us. Thanks for being here with us at Mama Simply.